Yeah, that's right. The big takeaway from the entire press conference was that, the Congress wanted to make sure that they were playing the role of a constructive opposition in giving the government suggestions. So if you look at the entire press conference, Rahul didn't do a suo moto, in fact, didn't give a speech or a monologue, a very different style from what the congressmen allege that the government does do, that they don't do press conferences. On the other hand, he said, I'll take the question straight away. But importantly, the entire dialogue or the entire answers were in the form of a suggestion. Now, the Congress really very careful, and Rahul Gandhi specifically careful about the fact that this was not the time to point fingers and blame the government. Even to an India Today Aaj Tak question whether it was true that the non-BJP states were being discriminated against, as was being alleged by many state governments. Rahul Gandhi said he did not want to, in fact, comment on this matter at this point of time. So the suggestions really did come. He said that a holistic, centralized approach is all right, but give the power to the states. The real power and empowerment should come at the district level.
Absolutely,
stressing on the other thing he stressed on was the testing bit, saying that the entire lockdown is not a solution but a temporary stop button, and in fact testing is the real solution.
Right, Rahul Gandhi there giving suggestions. Maushami, do stay with us. We know Rahul Gandhi has spoken on a host of things. He did speak about ventilators, ramping up hospitals, better facilities. This is the time that he suggested the government to empower the states and the district authorities to fight against coronavirus. He's added that the government must announce a special package for MSMEs and have a dynamic strategy there to deal with the wave of unemployment that the country is currently facing. Also raised up the migrants issue. Maushami, we're going to come back to you, but let's take a quick listen once again what Rahul Gandhi said with that regard.
A lockdown is like a pause button. A lockdown is in no way a solution to the COVID virus. It is as if you've hit pause and stopped the virus in its tracks until the lockdown. In no way does a lockdown defeat the virus. It stops the virus for some time.
All right, that's Rahul Gandhi there. Let's quickly go over to BJP leader Amit Malviya joining us. Mr. Malviya, here is Rahul Gandhi coming out giving suggestions to the government to ramp up testing, to ramp up hospitals, come up with better facilities and give out a slew of measures, economic stimulus packages for those who are in current need, including those MSMEs, also raise the migrants issue. Your take on that?
Well, it would have been quite insightful if Rahul Gandhi had also made some relevant suggestions, which of course he did not do. It is also quite obvious that he's not listening to or following what the government is doing. For everybody watching this program, I wish to reiterate that India has managed the COVID crisis exceptionally well. It's amongst one of the slowest growing country as far as the pandemic is concerned to have crossed the 10,000 mark. As far as your isolation beds are concerned, ICU beds are concerned, N95 masks are concerned, PPEs are concerned, we have adequate reserves. All our paramedics and frontline healthcare workers are being taken care of, especially those who are dealing with COVID patients. So there is no shortage of resources. It is for the state governments and local administrations to ensure that the lockdown is enforced. And we have done reasonably well as a country to control this pandemic. I would urge Rahul Gandhi to read up Government of India's circular, including the package that has been put out for the poor, which is totaling to about 1.7 lakh crores. 80 crore families are being given rations. Almost 28,000 crore has been disbursed through direct benefit transfer to the accounts of the poor people. All of this has already happened. Clearly, Rahul Gandhi is not abreast, not updated. It's not unusual for him to not know what is going around. But I urge that in times of pandemic like these, everybody should come together. There will be another time for politics, and perhaps Rahul Gandhi can stay put till then.
Right. He more or less said it on those lines, saying that this is just a suggestion that he is giving. He's not, whether the government likes to take it or not, this is a suggestion, and this is not for someone or anybody for that matter to take him the wrong way. It's the suggestion that the country must be more effective in testing. The government there must ramp up hospitals with better facilities, and economic stimulus packages must be announced in more strategic manner. He says government is lacking strategy there, Mr. Malviya.
I don't know how Rahul Gandhi defines strategic, but as I see it, if you are ensuring that you're providing free ration and additional ration to 80 crore people of this country, it is quite strategic. If you have ensured that there are 140,000 beds only for COVID patients, that's a strategic move. If you've converted your railway coaches into isolation wards, that is a strategic step. If you are ensuring that enough PPEs are available in the country, that is a strategic step. If you're ensuring that enough N95 masks are there, that is a strategic step. If you're able to communicate to the people of this country why they must download Arogya Setu because it will help us fight the virus in times ahead, that is strategic. If you have belabored the point and got people to believe that they must cover their face over the next 2, 3, 4 months in order to fight the virus, then that is a strategic step. The government of India has done all of that exceptionally well. Various state governments have risen to the occasion and have come along with the central government to find this pandemic. If Rahul Gandhi wanted to do a press conference without substantive inputs, then I think it is nothing more than trying to sort of politicize the entire effort at the moment.
Well, he says that he's being a responsible opposition, Mr. Malviya, and also says that the lockdown is just a pause button. The moment you lift it, this is going to spread like wildfire if we don't contain it well.
World over, countries have realized that lockdown is the only way to go forward.
True.
Now, we have, through this period, controlled the pandemic to a very, very large extent, particularly given the kind of demographic profile that we have, the kind of overcrowded cities we have. Having said that, the awareness that this is created and the prevention that all of us as a society have to sort of embrace is something that will keep the pandemic away.
Right.
It almost seems like Rahul Gandhi is wishing that this should go out of control and things should get worse. Unfortunately for him, it isn't happening. It hasn't happened so far. I think the average Indian has risen exceptionally well.
Absolutely, Mr. Malviya.
And perhaps opposition leaders like Rahul Gandhi can learn something from them.
Right. Thank you very much for joining us with those details there. Thanks, Maushami, for coming up with those details. Rahul Gandhi addressing the media, saying what he had to say, saying that he's a constructive opposition.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.